Welcome to the Brony Initiation Podcast, the show where Demi Gloom tries to get me into My Little Pony. I am Riely, the one whose brain is being experimented on. They're trying to turn me into a brony. And joining me today is the scientist who is experimenting on my brain, Demi Gloom.
Trans rights.
Based.
That's like the best thing that I've ever said.
Trans
rights, fuck Spectral S, okay?
Spectral S is cool. We're gonna get to the podcast.
Spectral S is literally all you know about Spectral S is the fact that they're racist and transphobic.
That's why I want them on this podcast.
That funny. Makes you inherently based.
Yes, because it'd be funny.
Okay, I mean, it would be funny, I guess. Spectral S has me blocked, though.
The same reason why I want Dark Sapo on this show, because it's fucking funny.
Listen, I didn't say that Spectral S can't be on the show because they are transphobic. They said they're not coming on the show because I have trans friends.
No, they said they weren't coming on the show because there are trans people in the server. We could theoretically create a separate server with which to record just that episode.
Shut up. That's not... You know what I'm talking about. I don't think that's literally why. I think they just realized that this is a trans-safe community, and there was too much love and tolerance for them to handle. So they decided they didn't want anything to do with that. Which, by the way, I'm not sure if the /ML podcast holds the beliefs that this individual does, but... Considering that they're from 4chan, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is the /ML pod, is that like a thing that's still running?
Yeah, I actually tuned into a few of their live streams. It was somewhat entertaining.
Okay. I'm sure not quite as entertaining as Brony Debates podcast starring DJ Skywalker.
No, Brony Debates is so much better, honestly.
I have not listened to a full episode of Brony. I was really disappointed when I tried to listen to the one about racism, and it turned out the DJ was not involved in the debate. He was just curating the chat. That made me sad.
Yeah.
So I stopped listening.
Do you want to tell some of our listeners might know about DJ Skywalker, who appears on Brony Debates podcast.
Yeah, so if you don't know, DJ Skywalker is, I guess you could call him a colleague of mine in the podcast community. He's on the video game show I do, Pixels, Polygons, and Fun, and Bronies out there might know him as a frequent appearer on Brony Debates, which I find very funny that I'm only 1 degree of separation from such a, at least semi-big thing in the Brony community.
Well, you're also 1 degree of separation from more interesting things than that, but...
Well, yeah, because you're on all the weird, Brony Reddit shit.
Well, we actually invited DJ Skywalker to come on the show, but he was so rude to me in the DM.
I don't think he was being rude to you. It's just the way he talked was kind of all posh, but he kind of does that sometimes. He'll put on a little accent and he'll talk like that. I think that's just what he was doing. I don't think he was being that rude. He was just saying, telling me when you wish to do the podcast.
I was going to say, he was talking like Rarity in episode 8.
Yeah, exactly. That's how he talks. That's how DJ Skywalker talks. I think his whole personality was inspired by Rarity.
You think so?
I think... Yes, of course. That's exactly what I think.
Okay, so people are going to think I'm an asshole for saying this, okay?
Uh-huh.
But do you think DJ Skywalker, and I'm being 100% serious, I'm not calling him an idiot, but do you think he might have autism?
I've never really given it much thought. I'm not a very good autist scouter, as you might say.
Well, as anyone who knows me knows, I've had a lot of friends who have autism, and I don't know, his mannerisms just seem very similar to theirs. So maybe I could have misread him, but he did seem very disrespectful towards me. And not very enthusiastic about coming on this show.
I mean, you're one of my friends, and he hates me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's expected. But but just because it's expected doesn't mean that makes me want him on the show anymore.
Of course, that's true. It's okay. We'll let Ben Sane on the show. It'll be fine.
You didn't have to bring that up on the show.
I'm gonna leave a voicemail on the PCP about how he needs to check his Twitter DM.
Tell him to check his Twitter DM from at DEMIGLOOM completely unironically.
I will. I'm going to do that.
You're gonna actually leave a voicemail. To the
I'm gonna
PCP.
voicemail to the PCP about how he needs to check his DM. It's from Debbie Glue.
Okay.
If we meme it into existence, it will happen. We will get Ben Sane on this show by memeing it into existence.
If we got Ben Saint on this show, there will be like one check off of like the most ideal guests for this show.
Who's the most desired guest? I want to hear you say it.
Most desired guests. If I could have any guests on this show in particular, and
Dr. Wolf.
maybe Dr. Wolf. Probably like all right. Bro used to go by the Brony Notion, I believe. Sawtooth Waves. He's a decently sized Brody YouTuber, and I find his videos very, very entertaining. And I think he would be a very interesting voice on here. Although he is a lot more, I guess, less degenerate. I feel like he's above us. Like we're subhumans, and he's not. So
we're subhumans, and he's an actual like well-adjusted human being who just happens to like My Little Pony.
Yeah, exactly. Trixie, obviously. Trixie would be a great guest.
Yeah, Trixie would be cool. I don't know how much she's into My Little Pony anymore, though.
Yeah, I still think it would be interesting to
like the reason why I had you reach out to Ben Saint as opposed to her is just because Ben has shown recent interest in My Little Pony and Trixie is not.
Well, another person I was going to say is I might have more. Christine Weston Chandler.
Dude! Oh my god!
And I don't know if you know this, but Christine Weston Chandler, or Chris Chan, she's actually known to go on like random podcasts, like interact with random fucking small people.
Dude, holy shit! We gotta get her on this show, bro. Dude, that'd be awesome.
I'm not saying that we should hope. Like, we should have our fingers crossed, but I don't think the odds of getting her on the show are zero. Like, we could definitely get her on the show at some point. It's just a matter of, like, if I asked her at one point and, like, she got no response, you know what I mean? It was like
her Twitter DMs open, or our fucking Magi-chan's Twitter DMs open?
I think her Twitter DMs are open, actually.
Does she have a Twitter that's not under the persona of Magi-chan?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Okay, good. I think I've only seen tweets from Magi-chan.
No, it's like CPU CWC _ Sonichu, I think.
Dude, I would like completely unironically, like not even like as a bit, because I'm sure that's what everybody expects me to be. Is like, no, I'd unironically be excited to have Chris Chan on this show.
Yeah, me too. I'm a genuine I'm a genuine fan. I think she's a cultural icon, despite her flaws and mistakes of her past. I think that she gets way too much shit though for like things that so she's obviously done pretty bad things and said horrendous things, but like trolls would like intentionally trick her into doing things, like taking advantage of her.
Well, to be fair, to be entirely fair, I don't think trolls tricked her into like running somebody over. Didn't she do that?
She hit somebody with her car.
I thought she did it on purpose, though.
No, she did. I don't think so.
Obviously, I don't care that much, considering I still want to do a podcast with her.
She pepper sprayed somebody at GameStop.
Okay, that might be. I might be getting those two issues conflated together.
Which was an indirect consequence of her protest of the changing of Sonic's arm color.
Oh, that's such a good story. Her coloring in the fucking Sonic arms. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a very good story. Maybe if we want her on this podcast, we shouldn't be talking about the worst things she's ever done.
No, that was a good thing that she did with the Sonic arms. That's based as fuck.
I'm talking about pepper spraying, hitting people with their car.
Look, this is all in good fun. CWC is great.
She really is. I think like she gets too much shit though for things like Like she would have a troll like catfish her and then like trick her into like putting on like blackface, and then like trolls are like, see, she's racist. She has blackface on. It's like, dude, this motherfucker was like isolated for like the last 20 years
There
of her
is
life.
there is a lot of like Chris Chan stories that are here, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of like just completely mean-spirited bullying.
Yeah. No,
Like
everything.
I like trolling, like, you know, we do a little trolling, like sometimes it's funny, but I feel like with Chris Chan it went too far a whole lot.
That's the thing. That's like the beauty of the story of Chris Chan is that morally reprehensible things trolls did, but they're still so fucking funny.
Yeah,
Like, I can't,
yeah, that's
I
true.
have to hold back from laughing oftentimes, but like off for me, like I feel less bad because it happened a long time ago and it's like not really affecting her anymore, you know what I mean? It's not like she like died or anything, but still, dude, like holy fucking shit, that shit was horrible. But I don't think we need to be talking about Chris Chan right now. Too
Listen,
long anyway.
she's part of the Brony adjacent community. Again, I got to be part of this community
Sorry, what did
too,
you
not
say?
just the show. I'm saying Chris Chan is an important part of the Brony community.
Yeah, yeah, she is. And I know we shouldn't be rushing to talk about these episodes because that's the least interesting part of this show.
I think our discourse about like the Brony community is the better part of this show.
Yeah. But next bit though.
Yeah, okay.
So we have no fan or listener, I should say listener interaction today because the very last episode of the show I just uploaded less than an hour ago. So we haven't had time to give people we haven't given people enough time to listen to it and comment and whatnot. So unfortunately we have nothing to say about reception of the last episode, but I think it went pretty well, personally.
I think it was my favorite episode so far of this
And
show.
why is that? I didn't like that episode very much. I liked episode 2 the best.
I don't think episode 2 was like that fun. Like I just remember having a lot of fun recording episode 3. And I think
Yeah,
the episodes where I have fun end up being like the content I'm most proud of. Because like there have been good episodes where I wasn't having fun, obviously, but I feel like most episodes where like I do like go like, man, that was really fun. They end up being good products.
that's fair. That's fair. Um, but last episode, we don't have any interaction from last episode, but I did promise or suggest a bit, and that was reading my Reddit posts that I made 2 years ago, which is holy fucking shit. It does not feel like that was 2 years ago. It feels like it was much longer than that.
2 years ago when Demi Gloom was 10 years old.
2 years ago when I was 14 years old.
2 years
Uh,
ago when you weren't born yet.
so this Reddit account goes by the name of u/rainbow-2004, which I was self-aware about that being a cringe name. That was like when I began to start just embracing cringe. And I decided like fuck it, I'll do a silly name. I don't care. So I named myself Rainbow-2004, and I was actually amazed that that name wasn't taken. You'd think on any major
Yeah, you know,
platform, like a very
that's
famous
true.
character and a year that fans of that famous character, like it, I guarantee you, like out of the fucking 30 people that are gonna hear this episode, at least like 7 of you motherfuckers were born on 2004.
You know what, Demi Gloom? I'm sorry, I have to go on a brief tangent here because I have a bone to pick with you.
What?
So this probably isn't you, and I'm just talking out of my ass, but I feel like you're at least a suspect in this situation.
Okay.
So lately, when trying to make accounts on online like browser games, I have noticed that the name Riely with my spelling has been taken a lot, which has never happened to me before.
On browser games? The name is
Yes.
taken?
Yes, I tried to make an account for fucking it was taken on Pokemon Showdown cuz my account on Pokemon Showdown still has my last name on it. And I was trying to make a new one, which was Riely ! And it was fucking taken. And then I tried to make an account on chess.com, with my name, and it was fucking taken.
You got me. I'm on chess.com. Riely. Riely.
I think you just went to every browser game possible and just made an account with my name. I think that's what happened.
You think it was somebody that you knew was trolling you? Are you sure it's not people named Riely just spelling it different?
No, because I'm like the only one.
If I Google Riely spelt your way, are you gonna come up?
Yeah, it won't. Google won't even let you Google it. Probably you have to like correct the search, and then you'll get me.
First result is spellchecker.net. There's plenty of motherfuckers that spell it this way, dude. I just found someone who draws anime girls named Riely spelled that way.
Dude, can you link me to their social media? I want to cross promote with this person.
Speaking of which, god fucking damn, these are some hot girls that they draw.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know if they
definitely want the link now.
I don't know if they draw it or if they just post it. But I just sent it to you. It's instagram.com/RIERIELY.
Riely.
Riely.
Ah yes. People used to call me Rai in school too.
And who called you that?
Just like a bunch of like people I knew in school.
Did females call you that?
No.
Oh damn.
Maybe.
That would have been such a fucking. That would have been so fucking gold.
I'm sure a female had called me Rai. Like I had a bunch of female friends, and I had a bunch of friends that called me Rai. I'm sure those two worlds collided at one point.
There was an internet woman who used to call me Dem.
Oh, Dem.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I feel like I would name a dog Dem.
Dem.
It sounds like a name you would name like a dog. Like it's like a name for like a cute creature.
Yeah, like
come
a
here,
cute
Dem.
little creature, not like a dog, like
like
maybe
a small dog.
It sounds like a Wonder Pet or something.
Oh my god! This is now the. I think this is now the Wonder Pets Initiation Podcast.
Yes, the Wonder Pets Initiation Podcast.
That'll be our April. That'll be our first April Fool's bit. We'll watch Wonder Pets. My favorite Wonder Pet. What's the name of the turtle?
Tuck.
Tuck. Yeah, I love that guy. I love Tuck.
Tuck. Yeah.
Dude, like Tuck fucks, bro. I think.
Yeah. Tuck looks
much like Pen from Evangelia.
Tuck literally looks like one of my fucking IRL friends, and I think that's funny.
Have you watched Evangelion?
No, not yet, which is very embarrassing because I call myself.
Because I saw there's apparently like a scene in Evangelion where like the drunk horny girl who constantly gets called a pedophile on the internet for like kissing the main character who was a minor. Apparently, like there is a gag where she has a one-night stand with a penguin who is a recurring character in the show named Pen, and I want to know if that's real.
There's literally. Have you seen the picture?
I have seen the picture.
It's literally like a picture of her like half naked laying down and like.
Yes, I know, but I'm like, is that fan art or is that real?
No, that's real.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
She fucks a penguin.
Yeah, bestiality, bro. It's funny.
Listen, Pen fucks, okay? He's actually a Chad.
Making jokes about sex revolving around cartoon animals is actually morally repulsive, and I would never do such a thing. Especially not as a voicemail bit on a podcast or as the intro for episode 3 of this podcast. I would never do such a thing.
The reason why I think I don't want to put that on the Megafeed, and I think one of the main reasons why is like I showed the Megafeed to like a normie at work today.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to be the most recent podcast that he listens to when he goes and listens to it like later tonight.
Are you going to upload episode 3 tonight?
I'm going to try if I'm like awake enough to get through the upload time once we're done here.
I realized like just now as we listened to that intro that I made a grave mistake and I made the dumbest fucking decision ever and I applied noise reduction, but on the fucking master, like with the theme song and ads and everything. So the music sounds like shit.
What? Okay. Good job, Demi.
Yeah, so I reduced some of the fucking noise that a little bit of that noise happened to me in fucking music. So I'm sorry that some of the drums sound a little bit like flangey, but they don't sound too
You
bad.
know,
So fuck you.
Demi, just before we move on to My Little Pony, which we probably should do, I just want to say that I want to see the alternate universe now because I just thought of it, and I know we don't have time to do it because we're doing this show. Like
What?
the alternate universe where I didn't do the Brony Initiation podcast, and we do a fucking Evangelion podcast, and we call it Pen Pen Fucks.
Um, I mean, I'm down.
We don't have time for that shit. You already have 2 podcasts to do a week, and you
I
just
could
got your
do
first job.
I could do like one-offs though.
That's true, but
Why,
we're
you
not
want
going
this
to
to be like
watch
a
the
full thing?
entirety of Evangelion in one sitting
See,
and then
I
talk
was
about
thinking
it.
about on this channel doing like a not weekly thing, but just like every now and then where we review like entire shows in one thing. Maybe like the Demi anime review podcast or whatever.
Entire shows, maybe entire seasons, because like I know you're gonna want to watch shows that are like long.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't do long shows.
Like
I was thinking like
I've
anime.
considered doing seasons for doing show seasons on my movie review podcast. In fact, we have an Invincible one that's planned that I just need to schedule with fucking Moediggity.
That's cool. We still need to do the Alpha and Omega movie review podcast.
That's true, and me, you, fucking Jason, and Andrew still need to do the Death Note movie.
Yeah. I mean, that I don't want to watch that, but I'll do it for the sake of content.
You'll do it for the sake of content. Good.
Just like, I mean, if you're gonna watch 9 seasons of MLP for the sake of content, I can watch
The Death Note movie.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling. If we're still working together by the time we're like almost finished with My Little Pony, I will make you do the Power Rangers Initiation podcast.
If we aren't working together and we have an epic falling out, what do you think the cause of the falling out?
Probably like there'll be like a guy who like does something really bad who like we enjoy as content creators before they do that bad thing. And then they'll do that bad thing and you won't like them anymore and I will and we'll argue about it.
But that already is a thing and we still
That already is a thing, but maybe it'll be like a really bad thing, like fucking some YouTuber we like fucking kills people.
Okay, so let's get into this hypothetical so we can argue and have our falling out right now.
Okay.
No, let's not actually do that. I was joking. See, I think if we have a falling out, it's going to be because of... I don't think me and you would ever have a total falling out, but I think me and you could get to the point where we're pissed off at each other long enough to want to consistently work together anymore. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't ever really get pissed off at you. Like, I'll argue with you, but it's always just because I think it's funny, and then you won't think it's funny.
Yeah, and you kind of get hyperbolic and like sarcastic with me when I'm like genuinely pissed off and making an argument.
I always get hyperbolic and sarcastic, though. That's like a thing that I do.
But
Like, I'm not as bad as Jason, but I do. I do that.
You never have serious arguments ever.
No, the thing is, it's just even when I'm having a serious argument, it still sounds like I'm joking because I'm always very comedic in like everything I do.
You always talk with the same exact tone of voice.
It's just kind of who I am. It's like you never know what I think and what I do not think because I make all arguments real or ironic in the same way. I just, whenever it's something that it's like it's obviously stupid, like I hope my friends are smart enough to realize that I'm doing a bit. But like otherwise, it's like it's always unclear because I'm always just doing it like funny and like over exaggerated.
Well, I've said this 100 times and I'll say it again. I've had arguments with white supremacists and flat earthers, and my sense of what is ironic generally and what is like real genuinely. Generally, I fucked that up twice. My sense fucking sense because like people believe in really everyone I know believes in like really fucking stupid shit. And I've heard you like unironically get pissed off arguing the most dumb fucking shit ever, so I can never
Devin
tell
Bloom,
you're
I
not right.
guarantee you that if there's something that you're like, nobody could possibly believe this, and I've argued about it, I probably don't believe it.
Oh, we could definitely dive down this rabbit hole.
Besides the art from artist thing, but you know, that's
but that's
not
that
really
ridiculous.
like stupid. Yeah.
That's not that asinine. But we got to get back to the bit that I just fucking announced and then went
We're
off on a
30
tangent.
minutes into the show. We have not even touched the My Little Pony episodes
There's no
that
way
we watched.
Are we actually 30 minutes in?
Yes.
Holy
Maybe
fuck.
like 25,
We're-
not
we're
counting
like-
the
we're like-
downtime.
We're 25 counting the down. Holy shit. That's like, I mean, we have an episode that's 35 minutes long. So
We're finally.
like-
I think we might finally hit an hour this time, boys. It might happen.
that's not a goal of mine. But anyways,
It's not that much of a goal,
this
but it's
post
like, you
was
know.
made on my u/rainbow-2004 on Saturday,
Good.
June 15th, 2019 at 1:23:18 GMT-0500 parentheses Central Daylight Time.
Okay.
The title of the post is New Closet Brony Looking for Advice.
Okay.
Yo, am I back?
Alright, yep. The new closet Brody looking for advice.
Okay. It says, I'll read the post out loud now. Greetings. My name is Redacted. I am a 15-year-old male, and in the past few weeks, I have absolutely fallen in love with a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I had a friend on Discord recommend it to me, and I gave it a chance.
Who is this
Ever
friend
s-
on Discord? Do we still know them? Do you
Foxtrot.
still know them?
They're in the server. She's super
Okay.
pissed. She's my best.
Can we get
Discord
Foxtrot
friend,
on the show?
honestly. She said she'll come on the show.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She just doesn't have a great connection, so
That's fair.
we know how that goes.
Uh-huh.
But I said, ever since I watched episode 1, I have not went a day without at least watching one episode. I suppose, since I am a relatively sad person, I need something to cheer me up every once in a while. Normally, I turn to anime, but even that doesn't help too much. My Little Pony was the only show that genuinely improved my mood after watching it. In fact, anytime I feel down, an episode of or two of My Little Pony is more than enough to cheer me up. The one thing is that I just don't feel comfortable talking to my family or friends about it. I often find myself turning my laptop away or closing the tab when my family walks into my room. I'm hoping someone who has and/or is having a similar experience can reply with some advice for how I could deal with the unsettling feelings I get from this. Give me your words of wisdom, pony fandom. That's like super cringy. Very pathetic.
I'm sorry, Debbie Gloom.
Just
I don't mean
all
to
around.
laugh at your younger selves' closeted feelings about My Little Pony.
I'm not even that younger though. It's 2019.
No. Listen to me, Debbie Gloom. It might not feel that way, but you definitely go through a very discernible change between 14 and 16, and even between like 16 and 18. Like, bro, you go back. There's chronicles of this for me because I've done podcasts for so long. You
Yeah.
listen to me at age 16, 17, I am a different person.
Yeah, that is very true. But I still like feel like I've been the same person since I was about 13.
It's like, that's always subtly true at the very least. Like, I definitely am similar to what I used to be. But it's like, if you go back and listen to, like, the actual audio evidence of me being younger, I'm like, oh, I used to be like this. I used to kind of have this demeanor.
You know what? That's very true because I always thought like when I was like 15, I'd be like, man, I haven't changed since I was 12. And then I put on my fucking my Minecraft Let's Play from when I was 12. I'm like, oh god, that is not me. That is like some little kid.
Dude, there's some shit, even from, like, the first year of, like, my current YouTube channel that I'm like, this is not good. Like, even beyond that first video that obviously has been memed into infamy, but, like, some of the early Let's Plays I recorded, it's just like, oh, man. God. Especially the ones I did with Silas and Noah, just because, you know, I was younger at the time, and they're 15 now. So they were like 12, 13 back then. So they're ridiculously cringy, and I'm definitely cringier than I am now. So those were really They were really fun to record, but looking back on them, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I should keep this up. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Back to this Reddit post.
Okay.
You know the meme where it shows like the really ugly nerd like on his laptop and then like a bunch of buff guys replying?
Yes.
This is that was literally this post. Because I posted it, everybody was like, "Hey, 45-year-old man here." In my experience, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, my daughter got me into this show, and me and my wife watch it now. And I'm like, okay, thanks, buddy.
Like without the daughter present, they just watch it
Yeah, I
together.
guess.
I mean, that's fair if they're into My Little Pony, but it's just a kind of a funny image that like they start watching it with their daughter, and then even without their daughter there, they're like, we got to get more of it in.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a good show. It's just, I just found it funny that like I was 14 and I'm getting advice from like 30-year-olds. Like we have a completely different perspective on how to deal with this shit. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, 45-year-old. Obviously, your parents didn't fucking care, like because you established yourself within your parents' eyes
You are an
that
adult
you're
with a
an adult
life,
with a life.
yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so our post is this is a true story. Um, this one was uploaded on or posted on Sunday, August 4th, 2019. I'm not even going to say the fucking time, but which was one day after my birthday, actually. But
Okay.
oh my fucking god, this story's so embarrassing. I don't even want to read it.
No, you can't just edge me like this, bro. You gotta tell me
Okay.
the story.
Okay, so the title is "Man Threatened to Call the Police on Me Because of MLP."
Already very good. Please get into the details.
Okay. Me and a friend were at our local Target, and I had just purchased 2 My Little Pony figurines. I received a few strange looks from people in the store, but I couldn't blame them. I wouldn't expect a 15-year-old male to be purchasing pink pony dolls. Anyway, we stepped out of the store and we sat down near the building. Did look a bit suspicious, teenager, MLP toys, but eventually a man stood next to us, staring at me with his arms crossed. He looked around 45, and he was clearly looking for my attention. We made eye contact, and I heard him mumble something about ponies. He then said a few more things I couldn't hear, but the one thing I heard very clearly was along the lines of, "I might just call the cops on you," which is genuinely what this motherfucker said. He said, he literally threatened to call the police on me. I swear to fucking God,
For what crime?
no idea.
For having My Little Pony? I don't think it's illegal.
Obviously it's not illegal, but I don't know why. But this motherfucker said he was going to call the cops on me, and I heard that loud and fucking clear. And I don't remember what he said, but I did like hear a lot of what he had to say at the time, and I remember the context made it very clear that he was threatening to call the police on me. And then yeah, and then I said, obviously, I didn't feel very comfortable, so I left before the situation got worse. What do you guys think? Is this crazy? Have you experienced something similar? I'd like to know. That post got 46 upvotes. And the very last post on this account uh, was from 5 months ago.
I'm glad to hear that Rainbow Dash 2004 has persisted.
Yeah, after 2 years of not posting, I posted the ultimate MLP political compass meme.
Oh.
It's just the political compass, and I put everybody on. I scaled like all the main
All right,
MLP
all right, all
characters on the
right.
political compass.
Demi. Okay, Demi Gloom.
What?
Listen, I'm gonna need you. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to. Oh, you don't know how to video, do you?
What do you mean video?
I was gonna say put the picture up in the YouTube version of this, but like I don't know if you know how to do that.
I know how to do that. I know how to edit videos. You dumb fuck.
Okay.
I've been a YouTuber since 2000. Since
Okay, so
2010.
put the political compass meme picture on the video now and send it to me, and we're gonna
So what?
talk about this.
We will describe it for the listeners at home.
Yeah, describe it for the Megafeed listeners briefly. It's like, you can go check out the video version if you really want to see it, but give a brief description.
I don't even know if I'm going to edit in the video because I'd like to make the fact that everything on the trigger warning, every visual on the trigger warning YouTube channel is literally a fucking VHS rip.
Just
I don't
fucking
know.
put the meme up because we're talking about it. We need
I
the
don't know
reference.
if I want to. I don't know if I want to sacrifice that
Demi
aesthetic
Gloom, I'm gonna
integrity.
come to your house and kick your ass if you don't put this meme.
Let's just describe what we have here. You probably don't even know like all these fucking characters, but in the authoritarian right quadrant, we have Queen Chrysalis, Princess Celestia, Diamond Tiara, and Rarity. In the authoritarian left category, we have Princess Cadence, Twilight Sparkle, uh, what the fuck is her name? Princess Luna, and
Dude, Princess Cadence is
Shining
hot. I mean,
Shining Armor is in the authoritarian center. Pinkie Pie is true center. We have
true center.
we have Zakora on the far libertarian left, but close to authoritarian left. We have in the same section we have Cheese Sandwich. We have Fluttershy, lib left. We have Apple Bloom is lib left. Starlight Glimmer is lib left. Discord is lib left.
I'm howling at the moon.
Fucking Scootaloo is lib left. Spike is lib left. On the lib right, we have Trixie, Flimmer Flam.
Wait, how the fuck is okay? First question: how is Discord left? Wouldn't I feel like a villain that's trying to take over the world would be authoritarian right?
I do not want to spoil anything.
Okay, fair.
Lib right, we have Trixie, we have Sweetie Belle, we have Rainbow Dash, we have Big Macintosh, and we have Applejack.
Big Macintosh, my favorite character.
Why do you get so excited anytime we mention Big Macintosh?
Because he's great.
All he says is, yep. That's all he says.
Big Macintosh is the best character.
So obviously Applejack and Big Macintosh are lib right because they're from the South, and literally no reason other than that is that they're Southern and farmers. As we all know, that all farmers are libertarians. I kind of put Celestia and Luna as authoritarian. I don't fucking know because they're princesses, I guess. I don't fucking none of this shit makes sense at all. Like,
so the one, the princess on the authoritarian left side, the one that's like above Twilight. What did you say her name was?
You mean the white one?
She's not white, is she? She's got white in her hair.
Oh no, on authoritarian left, that's Princess Cadence.
Okay, I thought that's what you said.
Yeah.
I have some troubling news.
What?
I'm attracted to a My Little Pony.
Oh, you are?
Princess Cadence is doing something for me, and I do my brain does not approve. My heart does.
Your heart. Well, you can expect a voicemail from Princess
Cadence. Oh no. Oh god, no, don't do it.
Yeah, Princess Cadence. All right, well, Riely is officially a furry. Wants to have sex with horses now.
There you go.
Real life horses. He is now going to local farm, steal one of the horses.
Mr. Hands it up.
Officially, local zoophile Riely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, that was my Reddit page, dude. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Definitely interesting to hear from Demi of the past about his My Little Pony experience.
Yeah, it was very, to say the least, going back and listening to that or reading that. Especially knowing that one of my family members is actually aware of that page. So yeah, that's very triggering.
Is that why you're not gonna log back in and like advertise the Brony Initiation Podcast?
Yep, that's literally why I'm not gonna log back in. Okay, so the thing is, the reason I don't want that person to see any of my podcasts is because I don't want them to just tell any of my other family members, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
So I would like to like, but the thing is that they would actually be perfect to come on a podcast. So if I communicate to them that I don't need everyone in the world to hear these podcasts and make that clear, then perhaps we could get this guy involved. And that would be super interesting.
Demi Gloom's like secret brony uncle.
Is my weeb uncle. That's all from my Reddit page. I think we'll get into these episodes after these messages.
What's up, y'all? Go to twitch.tv/Moediggity, youtube.com/Moediggity42, Moside Gaming on YouTube and TikTok, and anchor.fm/the-mo-cast. And check me out on twitter.com/Moside Gaming42. Got all my bullshit on there, so yeah. Alright, talk to you later. Enjoy this podcast. Bye-bye.
And we're back. Are we? Nobody's gonna know what we're laughing at because that was so A, stupid, and B, getting cut out.
Good luck editing this, Demi. There's a lot of shit that needs to get cut.
Yeah, if the people at home hear any like weird cuts or whatever, my Discord keeps fucking cutting out. Like it keeps.
Also, Demi, I regret to
crashing.
inform you that every time you've disconnected, I've gone on like some sort of like dumb rant that you're probably gonna cut out.
Oh, I look forward to not only cutting out things, but having to listen to this entire thing now, just to make sure. See, in the past, I've been able to just look for flat lines and look around, but now there's not going to be flat lines, so I have to listen to this.
You see, that's why I
thing
thought
again.
you'd be pissed that I did that, and I was right.
Well, I am pissed. Thank you. Now I have to listen to this shitty ass fucking podcast. Listen to this bullshit?
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to it.
Who, like, why are you, like, the people listening at home, why are you listening to this? Like, actually, no. I was gonna make, like, an actual, like, logical argument as to why
why you shouldn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah. But then I realized, oh shit, this might actually convince people to click off. So keep listening to this, the greatest podcast in the world. Do not listen to the Procrastinators podcast.
I disagree.
Dude,
they just had Laserbot on there, bro. He made Tails Gets Trolled.
Oh, cool. Anyways, praying to God I don't disconnect as I start this discussion, but the episodes we watched this week were Season 1, Episode 7, and Season 1, Episode 8. Now, Season 1, Episode 7 is titled Dragon Shy. It was aired on November 26, 2010. It was written by Lauren Faust, Megan McCarthy, Bonnie Zashirley. Can't pronounce that. Sorry. The plot description reads, Fluttershy must overcome her fears to stop a dragon from filling Ponyville with smoke. Basically what happened was there's a giant smoke cloud around Ponyville, and they needed to go stop the dragon that was sleeping in the cave, and Fluttershy had to because she was good with animals, but she was super nervous, scared of dragons. So the whole time, everyone else is trying, and they're incompetent. And they're like, Fluttershy, you have to get over your fear. And then she finally does, and it all works out. And yeah, it was like very boring and predictable. It's very much like one by one going through each individual character. No amount of suspense because I knew it was going to happen from the very beginning. It got a
couple chuckles out of me though. Like, okay,
go on.
So, I've invented just now in my brain 5 seconds ago my new rating scale for My Little Pony. So far, there might end up being higher levels added to this if the show gets better. Okay. But I'd say there are 4 tiers in that I can place the My Little Pony episodes I've watched in so far, and that's stupid, boring, all right, and good. Like good with a question mark at the end. And I would place this episode into all right. Like, it got a couple chuckles out of me. I didn't think it was completely boring and dumb. It was all right.
It was just like from the moment they like after the exposition where they and then they decide to leave. We're like, all right, we're gonna go solve this problem. I knew it was like, oh, the next fucking 20 minutes, I know what's gonna happen. And
I
it's
liked
so
the little,
fucking
like, I think my favorite bit in this episode was just, like, the little, like, superhero transition joke.
yeah.
Where, like, they all had their little superhero pose.
Yeah, that was funny. But like this was like literally trying to listen to like the fucking Three Little Pigs. Like the first one went in and blah 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 blah. The second one went in and blah 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 blah. But the last of course the last one, the very last one has some sort of fucking morality tied into it. And this worked because of that. And the fucking end. It's like you could have just told me like this works. You know what I mean? It could have been one sentence.
Okay, so
Fluttershy
this
is good with
episode...
animals and needs to get over her fears of dragons.
So this episode, it wasn't enough to push it from all right to good, because it is kind of boring and predictable, like you said. But it did get one really big belly laugh out of me, not because it was like written well, but just because it was unexpected. When that dragon fucking talked,
And what
I
was that?
lost it. Because it was so unexpected, because he didn't do it the whole time. And then suddenly he's like, but the rainbow one kicked me, and I fucking lost it.
Yeah, that was a little bit funny. I laughed when I saw it the first time, but there was actually a moment that pissed me off. Okay, and that was when Rarity tried to like steal some of the fucking dragon's jewels. That just like really made me see Rarity in a negative light. Fuck you, Rarity.
Whatever, it's a fucking dragon. Who cares?
She's just like unapologetically stealing.
That
expensive shit.
dragon was a billionaire, and we need to redistribute the wealth down to Ponyville. He was surrounded by gold and jewels.
Fuck, are
We
you
need
still
to
here?
redistribute the wealth. Hello? Demi. Hello?
All right,
Hello?
you
Yes.
hear me? All right, can you redo your bit in the exact same tone of voice about how we need to redistribute the wealth, please?
Listen, okay? Rarity fucking... We need to redistribute the wealth. That dragon was fucking surrounded by gold and jewels. We need to redistribute the wealth, okay? Rarity was right. We need... Just redistribute that wealth across Ponyville, I think.
See, in terms of wealth redistribution, yeah, I don't want to get into that shit, but
This dragon is the Jeff Bezos of Equestria.
Look, baby, I don't think there's any signs of like poverty in Equestria. Like, I don't feel like wealth redistribution is something necessary. Like, this dragon is from another region. He's from elsewhere. He's from a different. You know what I mean? His wealth was achieved within a different economy, within a different structure. Equestria is like the fucking socialist. It could be, for all we know, it could be the socialist paradise that we're striving for, and that's not something of our concern.
That's true, but I also want to say about Rarity's interaction with the dragon in particular. I definitely like. I don't know. It definitely wasn't intended to be this way, or maybe it was, and the creators were just being ridiculous. But I feel like the fact that Rarity was like gonna charm the dragon, and then it fucking like zoomed in on her ass as she walked into the cave. There's definitely multiple Brony furries that got off on that.
Oh yeah, dude, the show's creators do little jokes like that all the time.
Yeah, but like in season 1, before the Brony community was like a thing that existed, I was not expecting it.
Yeah, I mean, the fucking SpongeBob creators do dirty jokes and stuff. I think it's just a tradition within kids' cartoons, for better or for worse.
That's true, but like the jokes are not about like fucking SpongeBob. It's always like, oh, there's a condom and they're using it as a balloon. Haha.
Have you seen the one where it's like SpongeBob is buried and his nose is sticking out, and Mr. Krabs says, "Arr, this better be his nose," and it looks like a
Did that happen?
yeah. Because, like, obviously for a child, it could be interpreted as, like, oh, this better be his nose. But, you know, this better be his nose. You know what I mean?
I see. But anyway, the point is that people have jerked off to this episode. Well, people have jerked off to every episode, but I feel like a proportionate amount of people have jerked off to this episode.
I have personally, so I could say...
to this episode?
No, to every single episode. There's some shows where it's just like that for me, you know what I mean? My Little Pony,
Seinfeld,
Largest Issue in the Galaxy.
Oh God!
The amount of Largest Issue of the Galaxy episodes I've listened to while pleasuring myself.
No, don't talk about that. No.
You don't want to hear about my erectile dysfunction?
No.
I need podcasts in the background.
Stop.
But anyways, how would you rate, like, what score would you give this episode, like, out of 10?
Have we been doing that?
I think we have.
Fuck. Well, it's not a failure.
I give it a 3. I think
it's not a failure, so it's higher than a 5, because a 50% is a fail. So it's got to be at least a 6. Do I think it deserves anything higher than a 6?
No, absolutely not.
It's a 6.
Look, this is what I have to say about the episode. For a show marketed to 6-year-old girls, it's a fine episode. This can entertain a 6-year-old girl. They've done that successfully.
You know, I just refuse to rate it out of 10. That's my thing. I can't rate any episode of the show out of 10. It's such a weird scale.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, for 6-year-old girls, I'm sure this is entertaining. But I view this show from the lens of an adult, because this show is accessible to adults. You know what I mean? The show is I'm not saying the show is an all ages show, because it definitely is more leaning on the kid side, but many episodes of the show are accessible to me and they entertain me a lot, while this episode doesn't whatsoever. So I'm personally giving it a lower score, and I give this one like less than a 3 out of 10, like 2.7 out of 10.
Listen, I will be rating all episodes on the scale that I just invented. Okay. And like I said, this one gets placed in all right.
That's fair. Do you have anything else you want to say about this episode? Any other moments you have opinions on?
I like how Fluttershy kind of came out of Rochelle a little bit. That was a fun character moment.
That's my problem, though. Is like we've had so many times where Fluttershy's come out of Rochelle.
But like I think like it was a big moment here. Like when she like stood up to that dragon, she was like, "Hey, fuck you!
I just feel
don't fuck with my friends." She said that verbatim in the show. It was brave and controversial.
I just feel like, having seen the other episodes, there's like plenty more times where it's Fluttershy learns to be more brave, and it's like the next episode she has to learn it fucking again, and that gets a little bit annoying. Not to say that the show is like lacking in the character development aspect, because it definitely is not. It is has very strong development, but like I just feel like even at this point, we've kind of seen Fluttershy go through these stages before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. If you'd like it, I wouldn't judge you. I just didn't enjoy it that much.
I think it's cool that like this little shy pony, like even if she's come out of her shell before in smaller ways, she fucking flew up to a dragon and was like, "Hey, don't fuck with my friends, all right?
Get up out my trap house," is what she said.
Yeah, she said that verbatim.
Shitty episode. Complete garbage. Waste of time.
It's fine.
We'll talk about the next episode after these messages again. Were you aware that trillions of bugs are killed every single year at the hands of humans? Did you know that bugs are actually capable of experiencing emotions very similar to ours? Please, next time an insect is troubling you, think about their feelings. They may be small, but their lives matter too. Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do about the amount of bugs dying every year, but I can ask you to be nice to the ones you do encounter. I am initiating the hashtag #BugLivesMatter for those who wish to contribute. Next time you see a bug in your house, put them on a piece of paper and let them outside, and tweet a photo of it with the hashtag #BugLivesMatter. We can make a difference.
Why would you do it twice?
We're doing it 8 times, buddy.
Fuck!
I asked multiple people to send me ads for the last episode, and none of them responded until it was too late, and I'm going to have more ads to use. So, yeah. Also, Moediggity said he wants to do an ad, so...
I still have to do an ad.
Do you want to do an ad?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do a little ad.
So I made a Man Who Likes Ponies do an ad for the last one. As well as... but the second ad was just me being like, "Ayo, I'm gonna be real. I ain't got shit to advertise, but we got like a Discord server that I forgot to plug. Check that shit out." And it was basically it.
That's pretty good.
It was funny because like I literally like just woke up in the morning and it wasn't like me trying to be funny. Like I needed to like hurry the fuck up and get this out. I was like, "Ugh, bro, I'm gonna just be fucking." And like I re-listened to it. It's like I sound like I'm fucking hungover. Can you do the "and we're back" and then introduce me?
And we're back. And we're here to talk about the next episode of My Little Pony, which I can introduce because I don't have the wiki up, Demi. You do. So why don't you introduce it?
All right. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 1, Episode 8, titled Look Before You Sleep. It was aired on December 3rd, 2010. It is 23 minutes long. It is rated TV-Y. It's rated 7.4 out of 10 with 651 ratings.
Shut up. So, in this episode, Rainbow Dash is not involved in this episode. Rarity
does not make an appearance
and Applejack, they're out together, and there's a rainstorm, and like they're trying to like fix the trees before the rainstorm, and they fight with each other. They get into a fight. And then the rainstorm starts. They have to shelter in Twilight's house from the rain. And Twilight wants to have her first slumber party because Applejack and Rarity are there. But Applejack and Rarity hate each other right now. So they kind of try to keep their composure to give Twilight this good slumber party that she wants. But they fail miserably and get into horrible fights and upset Twilight. But then eventually they confront their differences, they apologize to each other, and it's all a happy ending. Although in the end, they do argue about who's more sorry.
Yeah, which is laugh. So it's like an irony behind it.
Yeah, it's like a funny little end. So this episode was bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
I think this episode was great.
No,
this is one of my favorite episodes we've seen so far.
I put this episode in the boring category, bordering on the stupid category.
See, when I came out as a brony to my IRL friend, and I wanted to show him an episode of season 1, this is the one that I chose. I felt that this one was a great.
I hated it. It wasn't good. It wasn't interesting. It wasn't funny. It was bad. I didn't like it.
Well, all right. So, could I make my case for why it's good?
Sure.
So, this has been something we've learned throughout the series. Okay, is that Applejack is the hardworking individual. She is the type to be the most productive. The type to not worry about silly things such as fashion, aesthetics, super cleanliness. She's very laid back and hardworking. She's the representation of the working class proletarian slaves under capitalism. Whereas Rarity, on the contrary, had all of her wealth handed to her, and she's way more uptight and artistic based.
Oh my god.
She's the bourgeoisie upper
Are you about
class.
to make a political case for why
Eight-
this episode of My Little Pony is
fucking-
good?
The fucking, 2% that owns 50% of the wealth. Fucking slave master. Rarity. So,
Rarity has slaves. Is that the... Is
yes.
this a conspiracy theory?
All rich people are slave owners.
Film theory. Get on it, Matt Pat. Film theory. Does Rarity own slaves?
No, but seriously. I think that they have, we've known that they've had, two different, they're very, opposite personalities, right? But we haven't seen the two of them interact, as a duo very much, and I think it's very natural. I think the clash that they have is very natural, and it's something that the show needed to approach at some point or another, and I feel like forcing them to have a sleepover under the guidance of Twilight's fucking stupid ideas was very I think it was executed very well, and I think that it was interesting to see them work out their differences, and it wasn't very repetitive while it was pretty a basic kids show plot about learning to accept other people's differences, I didn't find myself predicting the events of it, you know what I mean? And I felt that it was a interesting experience the whole way through. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was
Okay.
just listening, and I see what you're saying, and I guess I understand why you would like it. I just think that, honestly, I don't like episodes where, the main characters fight, just argue the whole time, unless it's, made into, a funny joke outside of the argument. I want to give a main example. I'm sure you're going to sigh, because it's from Power Rangers, and I'm going to have to explain it. I know, there you go. There's the sigh. But I don't like it when friends argue in shows, unless there's a bit outside of it. So there's an episode of Power Rangers called Best Man for the Job, where
Oh, God.
two of the Power Rangers who are also a man and a woman who are dating, they decide to run for student body president, both of them. And they're super amicable about it, because they're nice young children who love each other, and they just want to have a fun little competition. But then the bad guys put a spell on them, so they become really mad at each other, and they start having a real really heated political battle to become the student body president. And I hated all the actual arguing, but then there was a bit where they're in battle as Power Rangers. And then they're arguing with each other they're using a lot of body language, and their body language ends up accidentally taking out some of the foot soldier monsters, and it's really funny.
That's Wait,
What'd you say, Demi? You cut out.
You mean to tell me the Rangers are powerful?
They are pretty powerful Rangers, yes.
I don't know why. I think that's the funniest thing in the world.
What you're telling me these Rangers are powerful thing?
You mean to tell me that noun is adjective?
That is really funny.
Perfect joke format. Take the name of anything. You mean to tell me the chicken is crispy?
You're telling me shrimp fried this rice?
You mean to tell me Demi is gloomy?
Oh shit, dog. But anyway. Yeah, it's there's no bit like that here. They just argue the whole time, and it's annoying. I don't
the bit
like it.
is they learn to accept each other's differences.
Sure, but that's gotta happen, right? There's no way to have that not happen in this show.
Yeah, but exactly. They needed to do an episode like this. They needed to address this confliction in a mature way.
I did not like this episode, Demi Gloom. I really didn't, and it's so weird to me.
There's one thing that I didn't like, and it was the fact that what brought them together was this fucking tree crashing down, and then Applejack smashing Twilight Sparkle's window and completely destroying her house, and then 5 seconds later everything was back to normal. Very much like your neighbor's roof when Hurricane Elsa.
Oh, unfortunate for
Thanks,
them. But
Applejack.
yeah. Applejack caused Hurricane Elsa.
Hurricane Applejack.
There needs to be a petition for when there's like, isn't there like a weird naming convention behind hurricanes? Like it's an alphabetical thing, but it even goes beyond like the A to Z. Like there's some other way they name them.
I know that at a certain, like, once a hurricane reaches a certain size is when they decide to start naming them after like Greek and Roman gods and stuff, which is really weird.
I know it goes A to Z and then it loops back around, but I think there's other stuff that goes into it. What I was going to say is that we need to petition the next time we get to the letter A for a hurricane. Hurricane Applejack. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't have anything else to say about this episode? Or was it just plain trash?
It's just lame and I didn't like it and I didn't think it was entertaining and it made me upset that I had to watch it for 22 minutes.
I'm actually surprised you have that opinion because I felt like it was just pretty well executed and there was no like super cringy dialogue or any super cringy like patronizing moments. It just felt it was just entertaining. It was just a good
I thought the
episode overall.
argument was like bordering uncomfortable.
Why?
Like it felt like they were so at each other's throats that the fact that they got together at the end like didn't even feel natural. It's like these people seem like they should hate each other in this episode. Like they should hate each other forever.
They're literally me and Jason. Me and a YouTuber.
But you two never have that
really
moment. You just argue forever until eventually
we just stop arguing and talk about video games. I'll be like, fuck you, Jason. What did you think about the Resident Evil 2 remake?
and he'll be like, I made a whole video about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was a good episode.
Dude, everybody go subscribe to Jelly. Jason deserves more subscribers than I do. It's a sin that he has less subscribers than me.
He has less subscribers than you?
He has like he used to have significantly less, but he's been growing recently. Now he has like 6 less than me. He has 70. I have 76.
Oh. His channel is like unironically like really good. Like not
yeah,
only, like,
he's really fucking good at YouTuber.
Like, Riely, as much as I love like listening to your content and like watching your videos, like your content isn't like very accessible from a like purely outside perspective. You have to like be familiar with you for a while before you can just dive right into your content. Whereas like Jason's shit is like pretty universal among like gamers or if you're familiar with the subject matter he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to give him more free advertising than I already did because he advertised on episode 2, I believe.
Hey kids, do
like
you like video game?
Streamed "Fuck You, Jason" by Demi Gloom, not on my SoundCloud or anywhere.
Did you delete that?
I never uploaded it publicly.
Why not?
Because I have a certain amount of quality control on my SoundCloud page.
That was great.
It was, I don't know, dude.
I'm proud of that.
Listen, I only have one meme, like true meme song on my SoundCloud publicly, and I only keep it up because it's part of my album / mixtape.
Wait, is Andrew is Away more like Andrew is Lame, not public on your SoundCloud?
Oh, that one's on Gloom Girl.
Oh, okay. Then put "Fuck You, Jason" up on Gloom Girl.
No, that doesn't match the Gloom Girl sound.
Oh my god, the fucking Gloom Girls.
Do you not know the Gloom Girl sound?
No!
It's like late 2000s, early 2010s trap / pop music. All of it. And that
Listen, all I know is I want to make a rap song with you that is high enough quality to end up on your SoundCloud.
Well, you better get higher quality.
Hey!
No, it wasn't like it's not because of your verse. It's mainly because like the beat was like thrown together like so fucking quickly, and there's not a whole lot of like post production. I say that as if most of my music has like a shit ton of post, but nobody wants to hear about that. These are all Pony fans, not Demi Gloom or Riely fans. But you could become one today.
I was about to say they could become Demi Gloom and Riely fans.
Yeah. Become Demi Gloom. Hey, maybe we have fans from the future listening, 2077.
Yeah, and they'll be
Fucking
like, "Oh, they're talking about the funny thing from that from the 2021 year." Haha.
yeah.
I remember that time.
Throwback Thursday. Hey, if you're listening to this on Demigloom Archive, after I had a mental breakdown and deleted all my podcasts
If you're
in the
listening
year
to this posthumously
2055,
when we're both dead,
if you're listening on some other platform after YouTube was fucking nuked,
I think me and Demi Gloom are going to both die at 25 for different reasons, and I'm not going to go any further into that. Just going to say it.
look, there's something that's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen either this year or next year, and depending on how
No,
that's executed,
no.
I may or may not. I may or may not die in the year 2022. That's all I'm gonna say.
Unless there's like an assassin who's after you and they've told you such, I don't know why
All
you
right,
would assume.
Riley. I will either die in the year 2022 or 2023, or I will live a long, happy life. Those are the two things that'll
Demigloom.
happen.
Demigloom.
If this person responds to my DMs,
What person?
the person that I talk about all the
Oh,
time,
the person.
the
Okay.
person, yeah. No, I'm just playing. Satire. All satire.
Yeah, but Demigloom would never consider self-harm.
No, in fact, if you are considering self-harm, please reach out to the suicide hotline, where they will leave you on hold for 4 hours.
Please reach
And
out to the suicide hotline, which is in the description of every episode of Pixels, Polygons, and Fun for really no discernible reason. I thought, Demi, it's so fun. It's such a funny coincidence that Gingy started doing that in the episode where you talked about suicide on Pixels, because he claims that it had nothing to do with that this was a thing he was going to do, and he's continued to do it on every episode.
oh, that's a very funny placement.
It's a very funny, like, convenience.
I also have a hard time believing that Gingy listened to that shit, though.
He did not, I'm sure. I'm
Pixels,
certain.
by the way, Pixels doesn't go up on YouTube now anymore, does it?
No, it's been on, like, the first 12 episodes are on YouTube.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's like, oh, 2019. No, but we're on a tangent. You don't have anything else to say about that episode, do you?
No, it was garbage. Throw it in the trash.
All right. Do you think we should wrap it up, or should we do another question of the day, which is definitely not
Oh, well,
the
of
total
course you
flop?
want to do a question of the day.
Well, since I came up with the one last time, I think it's your responsibility now.
Okay, my question is, who is your favorite, like, side character who's not part of the main ponies or Spike?
You don't even know any side characters, really. You know, like 3.
That's true. But I mean,
Who
I'm
is
more
your
asking
favorite,
this
then?
to you and the audience. I'm sure I could think of an answer.
Well, I like a lot of them. I'm a huge fan of like Trixie, Starlight Glimmer. I like Discord. I love the CMCs, which we'll learn about very soon. They're the greatest.
What's the
But
name of that
those-
princess that I was definitely joking about being attracted to?
Princess Cadence.
Princess Cadence. That's my answer.
Okay. You don't even know what she sounds like.
I know.
Well, I guess that's our question of the day. If you
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
let us know in the comments who your favorite non-main character is. I guess side character. But yeah, other than that, Riley, where can our listeners find you?
Twitter, Riley tweets. You fuck. I don't care. Fuck. YouTube, Riley and Friends. Anchor.fm/Riley Megafeed. I don't care about anything else. You get a pass from listening to the 2-minute rant today.
And that's RIELY. Also,
Yes.
the Riley Podcast Megafeed is linked in all the descriptions of these episodes.
Yeah, so you can click on that, or you can go check out Riley and Friends' YouTube channel, and you'll find my other shit from there. Like, all my podcasts and shit are in the description of all the Riley and Friends videos, like, by default. So, you know what? Taking the day off from plugging everything.
All right, yeah, you could find me on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/demigloom. I make a lot of cool music on there. I think I want to get more plays, so check that out. You can also find me on Twitter, Telenym, and Instagram at Demigloom. And also a cause that I'd like people to support is hashtag Bug Lives Matter. We are done with bug genocide. We're tired
Fuck
of,
you! Nope! Thank you for
tired-
watching!
we're
Bye,
tired of-
everybody! My
tired
Little
of-
Pony! My Little Pony!
Did you know that trillions of bugs die every I'm gonna play sad music. Dude, Did you know that trillions of bugs die every single... Actually, fuck it, I want to make that an ad. You could also look in the description for a bunch of other cool links. We got the trigger warning Twitter for all the updates you're going to need, and also join our Discord server where stay up to date with everything Demigloom related and everything trigger warning related. It's going to be super
Check
cool.
out the
super
every
lit.
YouTube video Demigloom appears in playlist.
Oh yeah, also check out the playlist called Every Single YouTube Video I've Ever Made or Appear On, which is every single YouTube video I've ever made or appear on. It's
Did you put the Will You Press the Button video in that playlist?
I might have forgot to do that, but I will.
Good.
Yeah, check out the Will You Press the Button video with me and Riley. But
Yeah, we did that! We made a video! It was cool,
yeah,
bro.
it was cool. We should do a Let's Play on the Trigger Warning channel.
Why your channel and not mine?
Because I'm
My whole channel is about making Let's Plays with other people. It's like the whole
Alright.
point.
How about we compromise and do one on each?
Okay.
Alright, everyone, stay tuned for a Let's Play on this channel.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, man. Alright, everyone, peace out.
Does that mean you can play the game on your channel and I can play the game on mine and we don't have to worry
Yep.
about stupid save swapping? Good.
In the words of Big Macintosh. Yep.
Good.
Alright, bye. Also, oh yeah, I forgot to say in the last episode that Fluttershy was hot at the very end, but yeah, sorry about that. Fluttershy
Wait, what?
was very
Hold on.
hot.